Test. Yo, 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 this now hopefully is good. I'm hoping this sounds good. Uh, test, 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 test. Okay. I'll take it. It's good enough, guys. That is good. All right. Yo, what's up, Space Dragon? How is everybody doing today? I'm sorry if this... I started the stream and stopped the stream multiple times. For some reason, YouTube isn't letting me test the stream before I start the stream, which is really annoying. So it's, it's kind of really bloody annoying. But anyway, I've started the stream now, and hopefully we should have no more issues. It sounds good. It looks good. All my issues have been resolved, and we are now back. So, what's up, everybody? Hello, Space Dragon. Hello, Sing. Hello, Sharma. Hello, Kuma. Hello. Want to know how to handle GDPR and Unity ads? Want to know? I have no idea. I don't do GDPR. I think pretty sure Unity handles it for you. I don't know. I hope it does, because if that's the case, then that's not my problem. Yeah, I don't know with that one, buddy. I'm pretty sure it handles it for you. I'm not sure otherwise. I would assume they would have to handle it for you if they're the provider. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, how is everybody doing? I hope you're well. Ask me any questions you want. I've got my juice. I've got Fanta Fruit Twist because we had some left over. Yeah. Fire away some questions. All the necessary skills for a React developer. Good start. I mean, React is all the necessary skills you need to be a React developer. But if you're talking about in a productive line, you kind of need, what with React, you need to know basic vanilla JavaScript. If you just know React, you're going to run into some issues when you come to production level stuff. You probably need, so obviously you need your HTML, you need your CSS, you need all the basics down. You need to know how to use APIs, like RESTful APIs, how you do that, because if you're pulling in information from a server, you need to know how to handle tokens and stuff like that. But I think the main one is you just need to master JavaScript, and, well, not master, wrong words. You need to just know some advanced JavaScript, as well as how React works and how it's made, and how each different piece of React is put together. I don't think there's much to it if you want to be a React developer necessarily. You just need to know what elements your skill set is going to require to do that. Aftab Ahmed said React or Vue. I prefer Vue.js, but React is also great. I think they're very competitive against each other, and they work really well on their own different... Like, I use them for different things, so good. Please say Binod India loves you. Am I saying that right? Binod? What does Binod mean? Someone tell me what that means. I don't know if I'm saying something bad or good. Is it Binod? Binod. Binod. From English perspective, you'd say that it's like Binod or Binod. Cool. Do you mind reviewing my resume? Sing, I don't do that sort of thing. It's not really something I would normally do. You can send a link to my Twitter account at Tyler, where it's actually on screen this side, down there. You can send it to my Twitter, but I don't know if I'll get around to it. It depends what I'm looking. If I'm looking at just a website, I'm happy to look at it and tell you what I think about it, but I'm not going to give you proper advice because I haven't got the skill set to do that. Space Dragon said, what is the best / easiest engine language to use for making a website? Engine? I mean, I don't use an engine. I just write websites. I use a framework language, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It depends what you want to make. What are you aiming to make? What sort of website? There's so many different website things. I mean, you need your HTML, you need CSS, you probably need JavaScript, and you probably need some sort of back-end knowledge, so PHP or JavaScript, Python, something like that along the lines. But yeah, I would say start off with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's your starting point. Want to know, I create a Flappy Bird game, so if in-game player dies, then how to gift Second Life from Unity rewards video. Sorry, my English is bad. Please make a video on it. Love you, brother. Want to know, that'll be going on my Muddy Wolf channel if I do make a video on that. But yeah, that will be something I do on the Muddy Wolf. Raja said, will you continue the video series on Unity 2D platformer game dev? Yes, that'll be going back on my old channel, Muddy Wolf, or my new old Muddy Wolf. I think the link is in the bio description. I don't think it is. I'll add it in. I'll pull it on my Twitter. You can find it. It's just Muddy Wolf, and you can add that in. Should be good. Ledromadaire. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Singh said, can you suggest some interview questions on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? Interview questions. Okay. I mean, I assume it's just going to be, I normally do written tasks, if anything. I never really get asked questions. I just get asked, how good am I with clients? How good am I with this? Or just, it's always specific things to the job. So I would learn, all you need to do is you just need to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then when they ask you these questions, you say, okay, this is how I do it in this. Most of the time, it will be specific to their company. For example, if you're making an e-commerce website, you're going to be like, hey, do you know how to lay out a grid of products on a page? Like, what would you use? Would you use Flex? Would you use Grid? Would you use floats? How would you do that? And that's what they're going to ask you, stuff like that. So you just kind of, if you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript pretty well, they'll just ask you. They don't care what your final answer is, as long as your answer leads to a finished design. Or even if it's not the best way and it still makes the product, that's what they want to know. Figgy's... I can't pronounce it now, I'm sorry, but can you make a video about Unity Mirror? I don't know what that is. I will research it and I will make a video on it in the future on the Muddy Wolf channel. Any game dev stuff will be going on the Muddy Wolf channel from now on. Web dev is coming back to this channel. Usual routine to learn and grow from web designer to full stack while on the job. From web design, as in like a UI designer, like an actual, you create your layouts and stuff, to a full stack while on the job. I mean, you need to put time in. You need to spend a good couple of hours, at least a couple of hours every single day learning it, or an hour a day learning each stack. So let's say you're starting off, you're just a designer, you want to learn how to actually make the website, so you need to learn how to do the HTML first and the CSS. You want to be able to style your page up. Then you want to add interactivity, so you need to learn JavaScript. So you want to start off with doing, until you get comfortable with HTML and CSS, you want to keep doing that at least an hour a day, if not more. And then when you once you feel you're good enough with HTML and CSS, you want to move over to JavaScript. Once you're learning JavaScript, you want to aim for, obviously, if you're full stack, you want to pick either like Node.js, PHP, something similar along the lines, and you want to just put some hours into that as well. Just you create a RESTful API, create just different projects, like create a To-Do app. Again, To-Do apps, everyone's like, oh, no, To-Do apps are terrible. To-Do apps are great for learning how you do the basic, like, CRUD functionality, which is what most websites need. They just need the ability to be in the back end and be like, I'm going to add, let's say, an event to our new website. Here's an event, boom, it's on the front end. So that's all you need to know. Yeah, Singh said, bro, you know anything about React concurrent mode? No, I haven't learned React in a while, buddy. I'm going to catch up with everything. Again, I moved over to game dev for the longest time ever. I've come back to web dev because everyone wants it, so I need to catch up. But I will learn it and I'll do a tutorial on whatever that is. Dixit said, is React 360 worth learning? I don't know what that is either, buddy. Yes. If you think it's worth learning, then yes, it is. Cotwall said, should you learn UX/UI if you want to work as a web developer? Yes, you definitely should. Especially if you're a front-end developer. If you're going to be a full stack, you still need to learn at least some of it, but you need to know how a user should traverse your website, what works, how the UI works, and if it looks good or if it looks bad. You need to know that stuff to be able to be a great developer, or not even a great, just to be a good developer. Even if you don't want to be the best developer out there, I always strive to be one of the best. It's one thing I do, so I want to know UX and UI. But you definitely need it to at least some knowledge to be able to, or good communication skills with a designer or a UX designer, just so you can get that, know what you're doing and how you're writing it. Well, God, we've got so many questions coming in. It's crazy. Raja said, "Are you indie or you belong to some company that does web development?" I work for a company. The company I work for does loads of different things, events, stuff like that. Currently, we're making a complete virtual event system for different people. So you go online, you can watch a video or live stream, and you can chat and stuff like that. Just simple things like that. Specifically built into companies' websites, so it's more tailored towards them. That's currently what I do in my web development company. Node.js versus Dino. Everyone's going to hate me, but I prefer Node.js. Please don't hurt me. It's just Node.js for me. I've done it longer. Dino's new. Maybe I'll move over to it one time and get better at it. But for now, it's better to see. It's better for me to stick with what I know, and Node.js is what I know. Singh said, "What's the difference between UX and UI engineer?" UX would be obviously the user experience. You're designing how the like hamburger menu. Should you have a hamburger menu? Should the menu be there? You want to basically, a UX is going to do all the user interaction, whereas a UI is going to be doing more of the pretty sort of, okay, this looks really good here, but they work together in sync, right? So you need to be fair, a UX and UI. If you're a UX, you need to know UI. If you're a UI, you kind of need to know UX. So you need to be able to work with someone who does, so you guys can create the best user experience possible. Again, user experience is you're just saying this is better user experience. Designer can say, okay, these UI could be more color based. So you'll be like, okay, let's do with the brand color red. We have a red brand color. We're going to use the primary red. Then we're going to use the accent orange or something like that. Along the lines, you get what it is. So UX is for users and how they experience and traverse your website. UI is for like the colours, what looks good. Do these colours contrast? Are they easy readable? Stuff like that. Jeremy Wambugo, that's an amazing name, said, "Great to see you, Tyler. How game dev going?" Game dev is going great. I haven't done too much of it recently because I've just swapped jobs, but I'm going to be getting back onto it on the Muddy Wolf channel, so hop over today if you want to and subscribe to that. I need to really pull it in the bio, but I'll do it later. Want to know said, "What do you think about India and Indians?" I got a massive fan base off it. You guys are cool. I love that you're in a different part of the world and you still interact with me. Again, there's not much to it. I don't discriminate against anyone regardless. So yeah, it's pretty awesome that I have a cool fan base in India. So hello to everyone in India. I can't pronounce your name, sorry. Do you think Vue will surpass React and Angular will get left behind soon? I hate Angular, don't tell anyone I said that. But no. Yes, no. Yes, it will do really well and it's going to continue to do really well. React, however, I don't know if it will surpass. I think they're going to be balanced. I think they're going to keep going up and up and up. React is currently in the lead, if I remember correctly. I haven't checked, Google Trends in a while, but I'm pretty sure React is still doing really well, whereas Vue is still doing great. Again, when Vue released that new thing, it completely surpassed it, and then they just, it balances out. I think React is more production level ready right now, whereas Vue.js is still production. Well, actually, I haven't used it for a while, but it's still really great, and there's so many features in both. I think they're really good. So yeah, I think they won't surpass each other. I think Angular may get left behind. Don't get me wrong. It's still used. Legacy will still be used and stuff like that. But it's not my favorite. React versus Flutter. Is that a comparison? Isn't Flutter for like app UI and stuff? I don't know. Unless you're talking about React Native versus Flutter. I prefer React. I've used Flutter once and I've really confused myself. So yeah, React over Flutter. Shiva said, hi, how you doing? Sharma said, "I feel like JavaScript fundamentals will never be over and have tried to learn JavaScript 3 times this year, but not able to move over. I just keep shifting," I thought I said a different word then, "to new courses and books." Maybe try learning a different way. Maybe try doing more. Just literally go to the documentation, grab some code and be like, put that in and be like, how does this work? Read it, figure it out. Maybe... I don't think you can ever master like everything about it's a really famous quote. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it's something along the lines of you will forget more. Oh no, it's actually someone said, "I forgot more JavaScript than most people will ever learn." And that's quite a big quote, and it's so big, and there's so many different ways to do the same thing. You gotta start off, you gotta know your variables, then you gotta learn functions, then you gotta learn interaction, DOM, so how you manipulate the DOM and stuff like that. And you'll slowly get there. Maybe start doing it for real-time things. So start off by actually just making a website. Let's say you have a hamburger menu. You just want to get that click interaction. So just work on that one thing and then you'll learn how that all works and then just move on to the next thing. Try and focus on one key element. Don't try and focus on literally a far function, this, far function, this. Try and focus on putting it into play. So doing something in a live environment. That should hopefully help you a little. What else we got? What do you recommend for a developer who lost his motivation? Thanks. Well, I did lose my motivation, and I think what really brought me back to my motivation is swapping jobs. So I started off as obviously working as a web developer, and then I moved into doing games on YouTube because I just lost my motivation because I was doing web development constantly. So I just needed a break, and then I moved into a new job. Oh no, I moved from my new job back to an older job. And I just gained my motivation back. I was really enjoying it, and I still am enjoying it again. So that's it. I still love game development, and I'm still gonna do that. Game development is one of the biggest things I love in life. Games as well. But it's like I just need to take that break. Like take a break, and then try and do something else, and then just come back to it and just do something that like sparks that, like build something that you think is maybe not too difficult, so you don't like overwhelm yourself, but build something that gives you that challenge, but makes you feel like when you finish it, you're like, wow, that's amazing, and then you just kind of like, actually, I want to do more of this, and then you keep doing it. Felix said, can you do a tutorial to build a barcode scanner with Google? Does that say machine learning? Yeah, we can do that. I don't know when I'll do that. I need to do some research into it, obviously do it, but I'll definitely add that to my list of things I want to do in the future. Shiva said, as a JavaScript developer, I need to know TypeScript. Do I need to know? I need to know TypeScript, or do I know? I think he's saying, does he need to know TypeScript? No, it's a JavaScript server. You don't need to know TypeScript. I don't necessarily know TypeScript. When I use TypeScript, I know how to use it because I've used JavaScript. So if you know JavaScript pretty well, TypeScript actually comes along a lot easier. I tried to learn TypeScript when I was only beginner at JavaScript, and I just couldn't. It was very confusing. It actually messed me up a little. But then now I look at it, it's kind of easier. But at the same time, you don't need to know it, but it's good to know it for certain companies. Some people like it. It depends how your work environment is, how your workflow is. It's all different. Yeah, it just depends, really. Stian said, when you get a request from a client that you do not know how to do, what do you do and how do you solve it? I would normally do some research. I won't normally accept a brief from a client unless I can know I can do it, or at least figure out some sort of workaround or solution for them. So the whole aim for it is I'll do some research. I'll maybe even do some demos, some testing, and then I will then, if I can do it, I'll say, yes, that's cool, because then you just basically just got to do some research. Go to Google, maybe look at other people who have done it, check out other websites, see how they've built it, and then you then just come back to it and you're like, okay, I'm going to build a slight demo, really quick demo, a very minimal demo. You pull it all together, and hopefully, once you've done that, you're able to say, yes, client, I can do this. Or you just say no, you just say, sorry, I haven't got the skill set to do this. You know, that's how I'd see it. Dixon said, can we publish a game made in Unity as a browser website game? Can we publish a game made in Unity as a website browser game? Yeah, you can publish a game from Unity to a website if that's what you're saying. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's actually really simple. You just use WebGL, and then you just pull it. Literally, when you export, it's literally just a HTML file and thing. You can drop that on a website, or you can, if you know how HTML is and stuff like that, you can actually pull it out and pull it in, embed on your website or something. It's all easily done. Jeremy said, what kind of projects would you recommend for a portfolio? Not specific apps, maybe more features to display skills. I would focus on most clients. Let's be real. They want think about the clients. They're gonna want a basic website that says, "Hey, this is what I do. Do you like it?" So a basic website, like maybe even just your own website as part of your portfolio, is one of them. I said, make a really nice looking website, which just say, "Hey, for example, my name's Tyler Potts. I'm a front end web developer." Or full stack web developer, whatever you want to class yourself as, and just pull it in, list some of your skills, just make it nice, maybe add some animation to it. That's one. Another one will be, a lot of people like CRUDs, CMSs, so maybe create a blog. A blog is really good, even if it's a blog on your website, so an extra feature, you just point people to it and say, hey, look, this is a blog I've done. And then also like just mini apps, like I just have loads of different random things, so I'd think pick all your best ones to start with, but also just show off some of the skills. Like even if there's one particular element in a website that you really like, just show off that skill and just screenshot if you don't want them to see the rest of the website. Just say, hey, this is the skill. So look, I made this interactive map using JavaScript or something like that. That's a cool way to do it, I think. Talk about freelancing as a web dev. I've done a little bit of freelance as a web dev, and it is 10 times harder than doing it for a company, I gotta admit. You have to have motivation. You need to be able to push yourself. You need to be able to say to yourself, hey, my name's Tyler. You need to be able to basically be good with a client. Be like, yo, what's up, client? Let's talk. What do you need? Like, you have to be able to speak to people quite clearly. You have to be able to understand people clearly. Sometimes and if you don't understand, you need to ask. You need to not be afraid to be like, hey, I don't actually understand what you're asking here. Can you just explain it a little better? You just need to be quite strict. Yeah, and you need to be strict with yourself as well. You need to be like, hey, Tyler, you can't go play video games. You've got to finish this website. Like, go finish this website. And that's how you end up going to do that. There's a lot more to freelancing, but we'll keep it at that for now. Raj, how is your knee bruise? It's actually gone. That was a long time ago I recorded that video, but it was, I felt it was good. It was good entertainment for the video. That's all I'm saying. Why website traffic is less than Android? Less Android. Do you think the world has adapted more towards Android OS app than website? I'm not sure what your question is there. It's very confusing. Why website traffic is less than Android? Adapted more towards Android iOS apps than website. I think more people have phones. It's quicker to use your phone to go to a website than it is to use your computer. Like, if I'm out in the streets and I see something, I'm like, oh, let me quickly check out what this is. Quickly tap away and then bam, you're sorted. I guess that's all I can really say. Can we use media queries in a React app? I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah. CSS is still just accepted in a React app. I mean, if you're talking about React Native, then I don't think it is. Or if it is, I can't remember how I did it. React, obviously, you can use external style sheets. So you can use media queries or however you would normally do a React website with media queries. Kate said, will you prefer Twitter web dev community over Stack Overflow? Yes, I love Twitter and Twitter over any social media, but Stack Overflow is much better for getting quick help or suggestion. I don't know, actually, saying that. If you want quick help, Twitter may be the answer, but they may not be 100% correct. Stack Overflow, I find, is more correct. People know what they're saying more on there because obviously they're putting more time into that. The whole reason they're there is to help people, whereas on Twitter they're just there to, maybe it's your lunch break, you may be doing something. Guys, I've got 3 minutes left for this live stream because I only get an hour for lunch and this is going to be 40 minutes of my lunch gone. So we're going to have 3 minutes, fry some questions at me, I'll answer as many of them as I can, and then we'll end the stream at the 22:02 BST. Hi Tyler, says Ali. Hi mate. Is there anything Context API can't do but Redux do? I'm not really sure. I've never used Redux. I've actually only ever used Context API, so I wouldn't really know that. Samar said, when did you start programming and what were you doing when you were a teen? When I was 12, was it 12 or was it 12 years ago? It was when I was 12, 13, 14, I can't remember exactly. I started learning how to make websites. No, I started learning how to hack Call of Duty because I wanted to hack Call of Duty, which learned me to coding. So I wanted to have a developer job in coding. And then obviously I learned that hacking isn't really a viable job option. Well, not in most places. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm going to become a web developer. That's a viable coding solution. So I learned that and then ended up just in web dev. So I've been doing it for a very long time. I'm probably like 12 years now, maybe longer. I can't remember 10 years now, pretty much over 10 years. In commercial, like working for a company, it's been about 5-6 years. So yeah, that's that. God, how to develop web? That's a very broad question. I'm not going to answer that one. How to learn effective using CSS. I know properties, how they work, but when I build a website, I always have problems with positioning, layout, and my code is also messy. It's just over time, mate. Listen, just keep using it, keep going at it, figure out different ways, quicker ways, better ways what work for you, and you'll end up just getting there in the end anyway. It just takes time. You just keep pushing, and you end up being there. It just takes a minute, if that makes sense. You just got a minute. It takes a while. You just got to keep learning, and you get better at it over and over again. You start learning different properties. Maybe look at how other developers do it and stuff like that. Does the game development path lead to Unity and avoidable? Does it always lead to Unity, do you mean? Or is it possible to stick to basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript or web stack? If you want to be a game developer, I suggest going for an engine rather than HTML. Like, if you want to be a commercial web developer, makes a lot of money, or makes money from it, a liftable income. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, I'm not sure how well you'll make money from that. But if you're doing it through Unity or something, you can publish on your phone, you can publish to PlayStation, Xbox, all those, and that's more of a viable solution. Unless you try to do website, like web browser games with ads and maybe just an online gaming thing, maybe you could still do HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but again, I'm not sure how much people play games on a web browser nowadays, so yeah. Suggested tutorial for React Redux. I can't really do that because I don't know any, I haven't seen any recent ones, but I will look into it and I will do a video on it. Can you show some good portfolio websites? I can't show them right now, but maybe in the future I'll do a video on showing you some good portfolio websites. Just a game development. Oh no, I've already read that one. What is the first for someone wants to be able to develop a web? Learn HTML and CSS. That's the first step, and then look at JavaScript. After that, you'll figure it out. Trust me, you'll get into it and you'll understand what you're looking for. Raphael said, everybody asking about React while me with my Angular and Vue stuff. Yo, if you got a few questions, fire them as well. I mean, I ain't got no more time. I'm actually run out of time, but I'm going to answer one more question. Design, how to get better at design. Creative Hub, to get better at design, I would focus on looking at trends. You've got to learn color theory, and also just the main thing about websites is color. Listen, when you're contrasting color, like if you look at the YouTube UI, like right now I'm looking at something different. The chat, right, it's got a light gray banner, it's got a dark grey background, white text, and then a light grey filter box. Anything with interactivity has a lighter colour. Anything with just text, readable text, has a darker background with a lighter colour. It's got better contrast. It's just all about learning what looks good and what doesn't. If you think it looks good, then most people are going to think it looks good. If you think it looks okay, then most people are going to look okay. You just got to put in some hours researching what's good, what's not, and you just got to try different things. Literally try it, and also put it in front of other people. Get some criticism, some feedback. People will tell you it's bad, people will tell you it's good, and just learn from which ones they say is good, what they say is bad, and you'll just slowly get your own sort of unique style going. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this stream. I'm going to end it here because I am running out of time and I really want some food because I am starving and I've only got 15 minutes left for my lunch. But I'm going to do some more videos, some more stuff. I just need to find the time to do it. So for now, guys, I hope you enjoyed this stream. If you have any more questions, drop it in the comment section below and I'll answer them as quick as I can on after work later on today, and I'll answer as many as I can in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Smash the like button if you don't like the video. Look, there's 24 people watching this video and I only see 13 likes. Like, I mean, there's been 100 to 191 people who have played this video right now. And I only see 13 likes, guys. So, you know, you guys are slacking a little. But anyway, guys, you're all awesome. Thank you for watching the video or the stream. Join in. Your questions have been amazing. I'm going to do some more of these because I see there's a lot of unanswered questions I haven't done. But thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you're here for game development, don't forget over to my Muddy Wolf channel. Just type in Muddy Wolf. It's a gold paw print. And you'll see it there. I'll put a link in this video after the stream later on today. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video, and peace out. Now I've got to go in the stream.